Hi and welcome to this YouTube video where I will dive into what's going to happen in the next 1.5 months and also what has happened in the last 2 months where I worked as a full-time social media content creator, how I liked it, and also taking a look at the statistics and insights of views, follower growth and stuff like that. Let's talk about structure real quick. First, I want to talk about the last 2 months where I worked as a full-time content creator, diving into the statistics, insights and stuff like that. And then after that, I want to talk about what is going to happen in the next 1.5 months, give you all the information, and also when I'm coming back to Germany. So stay tuned and you'll find out what's happening. So about 2 months ago today, like basically exactly the same date, I think it was the 23rd April, Killian left me on my own here in Melbourne, and I started going full-time in content creation. Let's take a look at the numbers. Before I started doing full-time content creation, I was at around 1,200 followers. And at the time of me making this video, I'm at about close to 2,400 followers. So that basically means I almost doubled my follower count during that time, which is great. And I'm very grateful for everyone that's sticking around to my journey basically, or all throughout my journey. Then view-wise, I think my videos average about 4,000 to 5,000 views, with some of course being on the lower end with about 1,500 views, but then also some being on the higher end of like 7,000, 8,000. And one of the videos I made actually reached 16,000 people, which was about the Lego Star Wars exhibition happening at Melbourne Museum. Then I also had one TikTok that went rather viral with 25,000 views, or a bit more probably now, about the cafe I visited, the Pokemon cafe. So yeah, did lots of different stuff, tried fit checks for the first time, tried doing more personal content like Q&As, so lots of different stuff. One thing that I'm especially proud of is filming in weird locations, you know. I did a day in the life on YouTube, walking throughout Melbourne, talking into my camera. And then also, you know, I filmed myself in the gym while working out. That's stuff I would have never done if I was still in Germany, you know. So how did I like the whole thing of being a full-time content creator? So it very much varied from day to day. My rhythm was posting a reel every 2 days, / TikTok as well. So in the time where I was a full-time content creator, I posted about 20 to 30 reels, somewhere in that dimension, which is quite a lot if you think about the whole process that goes into it. So let's say I want to film a reel in the city today. I will go into the city for 30 minutes, then film the whole thing. Let's say it will take me an hour, then go back again, start editing, which takes me about 1 to 2 hours. Then of course, voiceovers, subtitles, transcription of the subtitles, creating a caption, creating a thumbnail, picking out the right music. So all in all, it can be quite a long process. Usually I think it takes me about 3 hours to do everything in the post-production, which is still okay. But doing that every 2 days, of course, takes, you know, a lot of time editing, but also, of course, gives you great practice. So I think I've learned a lot by doing that. Very happy that I did it, but I'm not sure if I will now continue that rhythm, because it is quite much, and I also want to take the time for myself here. You know, if I go party on like a Friday and Saturday and go out, I don't want to be constantly thinking about, you know, I gotta post something. I also don't think it's that deep, you know. I don't think anyone really notices if I'm just a little less active than usual, so it's not a big deal for me. So yeah, in summary, I think I quite liked it. I really liked the feedback that I got from you guys. That was amazing. And also, you know, having that feeling of kind of having created something, you know, when you maybe paint a picture or something like that, or pick out some beautiful flowers and make a bouquet, kind of like that, you know. I get all the footage from me, get my personality in there with a voiceover, then have my kind of specific flair using the same font for like the subtitles and stuff like that. So yeah, those videos are my babies now, so that's great. So what am I doing in the next 1.5 months? Well, it's more like 53 days, I think I just counted. So on the 12th of August, my flight to Germany is departing. I'm gonna leave Melbourne at around noontime and then arrive the next day on the 13th of August at 7 a.m. in Munich, which then is almost 11 months that I spent in Australia. So I'm gonna be coming back right on time for the German summer and Oktoberfest, of course, too. So that's gonna be really nice. What I have planned for the next 1.5 months is, for one, for the whole of July, I will be volunteering twice per week, and I'm also gonna do content for them. So what we planned there is kind of the cafe that I work in / organic store that I work in. There, deeply connected to a whole campaign that is part of different stores all across the world, and also stands on its own. So it's all about environment, it's non-profit as well, and environmental justice, stuff like that, which I'm a big supporter of as well, of course. I noticed that their social media just doesn't have a person that's working behind it, so you rarely get like content or like fully fleshed out projects that get shown there. So I was like, you know, coming to the organic store, you know, I'm not a trade retail employee, nor can I cook like the best chef in the world, but one thing that I can do is social media. So I'll be working close together with them just over the next couple of weeks, producing content for them. So I think that's going to be really exciting because, you know, for now I've just been doing it for myself, trying lots of different stuff. But now I'm actually going to be like a bit more in a niche, and I'm also going to see the close results of doing social media and sales and how the whole campaign thing works. So I'm super excited for that because, yeah, I feel like it's going to be like another new thing that I can learn and kind of leave my comfort zone and just experiencing something new like that. So that is going to be amazing. Then also Killian is going to come over to Melbourne for the last couple of days of July. Really looking forward to that. It's going to be our last moment spent together in Australia. Yeah, I haven't seen him for a while and he's been doing great, working as a volunteer in a surf camp. But I think it's about time for him to come back to Melbourne. And then also on the 31st of July, my friend from Germany is gonna arrive here in Australia, which I'm super excited about. It's gonna be my only German visitor coming to Australia. So I'm gonna be with him for the last 13 days of my Australia trip, and we're gonna do all sorts of stuff around Melbourne, and I'm hopefully gonna give him a good picture of what the culture here is like and how I've been enjoying my life. Content-wise, I'm still gonna produce like a couple of videos for myself for sure as well. You know, when I go somewhere and see something, you know, I want to do that, or I'm gonna post a fit check, stuff like that. But I'm not gonna stick to my 2-day rhythm that I had previously planned, because for me, the project that I'm gonna be working on with Friends of the Earth, that's also, by the way, that's the place name where I work, it's Friends of the Earth. I can show some pictures around here and kind of get a feeling for what it's like. Yeah, that's kind of gonna be my focus, and I think it's gonna be great, a new experience for sure. And then also, you know, just for the next couple of weeks, I'll be working out a lot, doing stuff like that, continue my running streak, maybe do a semi-marathon again. But you know, my legs haven't been feeling too great lately, so that sounds like a good excuse to me. Yeah, just been doing all sorts of stuff like going out, doing sports, producing content, and then I'll wrap up the awesome time in Australia with Killian coming over and then my friend from Germany. So I think that's all there is to say. I've been really enjoying making that much content, and I hope you've enjoyed following it along. And I'm very excited to kind of start this little chapter of producing this niche content for Friends of the Earth. I think it's going to be amazing. And yeah, we'll see what I do when I come back to Germany. But this might be one of the last, if not the last, update video where I just sit in front of the camera and talk. That is gonna happen before I leave Australia, but don't quote me on that, I might just make another one. But yeah, it's crazy how time flies, you know. 2 months ago, I just randomly decided, you know, I'll sit in front of the camera today and tell everyone I'm going full-time social media. And now I'm sitting here having done that, so little pat on the shoulder for that. And now I'm excited to kick off a new journey, and I'm very happy that you are hopefully there to join me on it. So yeah, that's a wrapped up video, I think. I don't think there's much more I need to say because, you know, I think you saw quite a lot of the journey happening just by watching my reels and seeing my stories. And it's been amazing. I'm super happy that I can continue living here until I leave Australia. And I hope you follow along for more, and I'll take you along the journey.